I know so little still of matters of the heart. There's surely so much I could learn from you, Lady Aphrodite. I'm honored to have met.
Oh, sweetness, the honor is all mine. For matters of the heart, the key is openness. So you're well on your way towards the understanding you desire. You really got him, didn't you, gorgeous? Our little birdie told me everything, how you fought all the way into those rancid depths and took that Kronos down. Though, he's already back and angrier than ever, isn't he?
I have something for you.
I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
I watched the goddess Aphrodite seek you out. From her I learned a bit of how to influence the heart, but only when my strength is at its peak. And even then, I fear I pale in comparison. Now.
Back to the dock with you. Ready, Homer?
Such a foreboding night this is. The air is thick with the death and decay of your father's realm, and the desolation I have wrought. The pale moon can scarce cut through.
Not even a scratch. I sense that Demeter is with you once again. I suspected she would either be among the first to lend support or to refuse.
Could you not have told her about me, headmistress? To have lost her daughter and grandchildren. I cannot imagine her sorrow.
It was a painful choice to leave her in the dark. She would have gone to war immediately. But our task requires patience, as you know.
Sabine rides across the sky, and her attention she directs towards you. Perhaps she is wondering, what is the moon without night? And I suspect that she is capable in Nyx's absence.
Another Frogelli. Figures.
You found a specimen.
Think you're better? Prove it. Showed up just as I was about to settle up all by myself. Well, you can have your share. They're in for it. Beat you, so pay up.
Across the fields of morning where the path descends to Tartarus. The monstrous creature there. Do you know what it is?
It's a problem. Can't always find my way to it, and even when I do, that thing forces me back. But don't worry. Got my eye on it.
Like a breeze.
Our world can be such an ugly place, filled with such terrible misunderstandings as can veil the beauty we so often don't appreciate enough.
We got them, Homer.
It's no secret that I'm prone to fits of passion, and I'd not have it any other way. But you could have it differently next time.
That's the power of our songs, gals. Once they hear them, they can't tear themselves away. Come, we are Schelemeus!
And there she is.
There she is. There she is. There she is.
You must have hidden back when Nemesis was here. Big, dark-haired daughter of Nyx that sometimes storms through these fields. But you don't have to be afraid of her.
Afraid of her. Don't have to be afraid of her. Don't be afraid of her.
Back again. He is no mere Titan. He is time itself. And time cannot be stopped. It is done. Now go.
I have the gold.
They
Zeus never had even a drop of love for me or any of its children, niece. Imagine hating your own offspring. And not just some of them, but all.
You yet persist. My legions know you well by now. The trouble you have caused. Yet only my most ardent followers may spill their blood within my halls.
These satyr worshippers of yours must be very honored to be the first to die here. Not the wisest creatures, though, are they?
The wise do not follow. The wise lead. These satyrs lack a mortal fear of death, believing that their sacrifice shall bring me strength, and that they shall live on. Let us grant their desire.
Just fight.
I have returned from worse, suffered much worse than from the likes of you. I shall remember this.
For my father.
The Dark Princess had always felt a strong connection with the dead, yet never quite knew why. That is until she realized that she was dead herself, and had been all this time.
Return to Shadow now.
Late again, huh? On the one hand, I really don't know what I did to deserve this, but on the other hand, I really don't care. It's mine now.
It most certainly is. And there's more in it for you if you keep on haunting this tent.
You're back.
Hello? Lord Moros. You must know something of the nocturnal arms. So, your mother and sisters collaborated on these weapons to be used only in dire need, and entrusted them to Headmistress?
Mother Nyx knew the fickle nature of the Olympians and the fate-forged weapons that they used to seal away the Titans. She desired a set of counterparts that would awaken only if the realm itself was in upheaval.
I suppose there ought to be another set of weapons forged to keep these in check, and another for those, and so on.
Now you are being humorous, Princess.
I wasn't.
Oh, it's you.
Ugh. You don't even speak with Headmistress anymore, do you? Makes her relationship with Nemesis look positively healthy by comparison.
She said a lot of nasty things about me, babe, and not just to my face. All because I didn't fit her model of a star disciple. I had to move on. It's just, I don't need anybody like that in my life.
Eris, you repeatedly stole from her. Kept using the cauldron to create explosives, and my tent for target practice. Vandalized Hypnos in his slumber, salted the garden, and continually harassed Shades about the way they died.
Well, Miss Perfect, so I made a few slip-ups. Doesn't make it okay for Hecate to lecture me in private, where I couldn't even get full credit for the things I did. You don't know the half of it.
She silence-warded you, didn't she?
I think maybe she did.
You showed that wretch again. I must say, you've been putting our old cauldron to good use. I see and sense the changes in this place. Changes for all our betterment, not just your own.
A proper incantation's never to be used for selfish gain. Though, if I can help bring about positive change from which I benefit, isn't that selfish still?
Discard such doubts as that. You are not thinking solely of yourself, thus you are not thinking selfishly. I've not taught you to neglect your needs, have I?
Of course not.
Then good.
And another thing, stand up straight. The second gift of ale is almost within reach. Could actually just go right up and touch it. But anyway, are you prepared to use the oath and go the other way?
I don't mean to leave you in suspense, Commander, but we'll just have to see.
I shall be waiting here with the equivalent of bated breath.
For the Silver Sisters. I draw you down, O Moon. Lend me your light.
The dark of night begins, as does your task. And I am here to usher you into that dark, toward inevitable victory and death. Behold.
Good evening.
Keep letting Olympus toss you around, and someday you'll be just like me. They come.
How many of these do they have?
Weak. You work, you get paid. Our fathers sure made a mess of things for us, didn't they, sister? Born to the mightiest of gods, yet living like outcasts. Like bloody animals.
It's Kronos that made a mess of things. If he'd have just stayed dead, we'd be at peace. And together with our fathers, no doubt.
Have you met our fathers? Sure, we're in the midst of an interminable war, but at least we're far away from them. All right then.
Olympus calls.
There's a touch of moonlight about you, flower, as though Selene lights your way. Would that the moon concerned herself with more than her path across the sky.
I look forward to meeting your replacement. Brilliant Apollo. Your many talents must be the envy of all the land, and I am honored that you're sharing them with me. Here, this is for you.
Come now, you truly shouldn't have. Such flattery is entirely unnecessary, I assure you. Although it's perfectly welcome. We've confirmed sightings of that heiress buzzing about. She's from your realm, not ours, so you may be more privy to how come she's showed up uninvited. Though that tends to be her style. Somebody needs to shoo her away already.
From the highest peaks of Olympus, it's the Premium Express. The finest, fastest blessings for only the most discerning customers. That's you.
Lord Uncle. Lord Zeus, King of Olympus, I am honored to be in your service. I vow to use your thunderous power for the greater good of our family.
Even in such a time, you pay proper respect to your Lord Uncle, my well-mannered niece. Know in turn you have my gratitude. How exactly you shall vanquish Kronos, someone shall have to explain to me at some point. Your witching ways shall help you to prevail where we could not, At least he hasn't yet imprisoned you along with your kin.
That time already. No wonder you and nobody are pals. He and his rats are the only ones that ever got away from me other than you. That worthless good-for-nothing put you up to this.
His name is Odysseys. He's a great hero and tactician. But you needn't worry about slaying him, for he's long dead already. Not your problem anymore.
Not my problem, I'm not so sure. You and the dead seem to go hand in hand. Don't care what he's calling himself now. He's nobody to me. Now how about I send him a message?
Your arm never got better, did it? I'm really sorry. I should never have put you on the spot.
Not your fault. I had grown very confident in my abilities. Headmistress always said there was no way to make Shades whole again, but I thought otherwise. Overextended. Learned a lesson I'm not going to forget.
I felt so bad. Couldn't look at anybody in the crossroads anymore. Thought I'd never see you again. It'd be for the best. I had a lot I needed to sort out.
And how did it go? You learned to fly, at least. Top of your list of fears. Conquered. With your father's wings, no less.
These wings are mine, Millie. And that was all part of it. I had to learn to do things for myself, like you did. And for what it's worth, I still think your arm looks amazing. Now, here. Let me know how it goes.
Thanks.
I better go.
You made it. Nothing's gonna change, except the number of holes you got in you. All right, fine.
Not now.
How about this? Got you. That does it. Come here, trouble! Cold darkness. Ugh.
Much better. There.
The embodiment of strife has vanished, yet her influence remains, as earth and sea alike remain embroiled in a cataclysmic conflict she is keen to endlessly perpetuate.
Eris must be having the time of her life.
The heights of Mount Olympus loom so close, and yet the surface-scouring princess can go no closer for the moment, although it never hurts to try.
You! Return to Shadow now.
Long enough.
Such pitiable offerings as this are hardly worth my notice, witch!
No, but seriously, thanks. Nobody ever gets me anything. Besides you, I mean. That's nice, you know?
It's nice for me as well. Having you here as company means a lot, so it really is the least I could do.
Ready
No
for
need to
more?
be concerned. Lord Moros, I understand you can't reveal the weavings of the Fates. But could you just tell me what the three of them are like?
My sisters. They... well, each is her own goddess, I suppose. Clotho, the spinstress, is the talkative one, the decisive one. Lachesis is a little more agreeable. She apportions the thread. And Atropos, she sticks to the cutting.
It must be a little imposing, knowing your sisters determine the course of every life. Even your own?
Even my own.
Mulberry, Snake Fang, Sage Blossom, Scorpion Tail.
Death to Kronos. Ready to give up? Tell Hecate I'm still available.
Evening. Oh, I see what you're up to here, Goddess. If you continue to exploit my weakness to this stuff, I may yet learn to turn it to a strength. Good plan.
What can I say? I learned from the best. May you grow stronger and stronger. Your old adversary Polyphemus wanted me to give you a message on his behalf. Though, come to think, I'm uncertain what he wanted me to say. Perhaps just kick you savagely.
Sounds like the Cyclops that I used to know, all right. My crew and I, we were his captives for a while, and his food supply. I found a way to get us out of there, but it was ugly.
He calls you Nobody. How did he come to know you by that name?
Nobody took his eye, Goddess. I gave to him a name that wouldn't make a lick of sense when he called over to his mates for help. We had to try.
He has mates?
Perhaps not anymore.
Huzzah! Another glorious victory, another well-earned gift.
Knight's second
Well,
gift
Mama.
awaits.
Now, young one, avert your eyes lest you be smitten by the glory over here.
Wow. Commander, I'm rather at a loss for words, I think. Though I am honored, truly.
Oh, you better be. You got any idea what I mean, the fates must have gone through to put these things together. But Knight's champion deserves only the best. Which is that last one you haven't seen just yet.
My mind reels at the thought of a sculpture in excess of those. It's covered in Knight's drapery. What's to stop me from merely taking a look? Apparently you've already seen it.
Sounds like you might not be Knight's champion after all, suggesting underhanded tactics such as that. You want to win top honors, you gotta have honor. And that means no peeking. Are you gonna use the oath again or what?
I don't know. All this still strikes me as a bit unwise. While I value your encouragement and am inspired by your words of validation, perhaps I shouldn't be so quick to pin my sense of self-worth on accumulating material possessions.
Come on, young one, you mustn't speak that way.
Hello, ladies.
The gifts of the veil.